Final Cut Pro has helpful features to make immersive editing easy. First, you'll want to create a new project or event with 360 monoscopic projection type. You're going to want to import your stitched footage along with any audio tracks you have. You can check the metadata of your clips by selecting the clip in the browser, choosing Window, Show Workspace, Inspector, and then click the information icon in the inspector. In the inspector, you can make sure the 360 project mode pop-up is set to equirectangular, and make sure the stereoscopic mode pop-up is set to the mode in which the media was originally recorded, in this case in monoscopic. While you're reviewing your clips and assembling your timeline, you'll want to view your footage in VR. Choose View, Show in Viewer, 360. The 360 viewer will appear by the left of your traditional viewer. You can navigate around your 360 viewer by clicking and dragging on the footage. You can also use the following controls in the 360 viewer. To reset the angle and view its original orientation, click Settings at the top of the 360 viewer and then select Reset Angle. To widen the field of view, drag the slider like this. If you're using a VR headset to monitor the video, click Settings in the 360 viewer, then choose Output to VR Headset. Now you'll be able to arrange, cut, and color your clips just like in a normal video. Just be careful of effects like vignetting that are not applied evenly across the screen. If your effects treat the edges of your video differently, you will have strange consistencies on your 360 video. The same thing applies to transitions. Fades will work while wipes won't. Fortunately, Final Cut Pro has special effects made specifically for 360. What if your point of interest in one clip is over to the right, while in the next clip it's behind you? Or if you didn't even out your horizon well enough during the stitching? You can use the Video Inspector to change the tilt, up and down, pan, left and right, and roll, or spin, of your clip. What if your tripod is in your shot? You can use the 360-degree patch effect to cover up or patch a portion of your 360 clip with pixels from another location in the sphere. The 360 patch effect is typically used to hide the tripod or camera support by cloning an area of the ground near the camera. You use the source controls to specify where in the image you want to copy the patch from, and the target controls to specify where to paste the patch. Unlike a static image, a patch created with the 360 patch effect adjusts dynamically as the lighting changes in the scene. Position the playhead over the clip in the timeline so the clip's video is displayed in the viewer. Open the Effects browser, select the 360 category on the left, then double-click 360 Patch to add the effect to the clip selected in the timeline. If the Video Inspector isn't already shown, click the Inspector button on the right side of the toolbar. In the Video Inspector, click the Patch Region pop-up menu and choose a general area of the 360 sphere to work on. You can choose Nadir, bottom of the image, Zenith, top of the image, front, back, left, or right. Select the Setup Mode checkbox. The area of the image you chose in the Patch Region pop-up menu appears in the viewer with on-screen controls for the patch source and target areas. Drag the red target control over the area you want to patch or cover up. Drag the green source control over the area you want to clone or copy. To adjust the source radius, drag the white circle around the green control. In the Video Inspector, you can adjust any of the following parameters which define the portion of the 360 image to copy for the patch, including position, radius, softness, aspect, and angle. To spotlight the source selection, dimming the rest of the image, select the Highlight Source checkbox. Adjust any of the following target parameters which define the portion of the 360 image to patch: position, opacity, angle, and scale. To dismiss the on-screen controls and return to the standard view in the viewer and the 360 viewer, deselect the Setup Mode checkbox. Now it's time to add your titles. If you add a normal title, it will look warped when you view it in VR because of the reprojection. Instead, you'll want to create a 360 title. If the Title and Generator sidebar isn't already showing, you can click the Title and Generator button in the top left corner of the Final Cut Pro window. Next, you can select the 360 category below Titles in the sidebar and add a 360 title to your project. To change the position of your title, adjust the parameters in the Reorient section of the inspector. Tilt, pan, and roll. Now that you're done with your video, it's time to export. Final Cut Pro will add 360 metadata to ensure your video plays back correctly on YouTube.